Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time. See what we got for you this week. Oh, guides, talk to me. And yeah, we're going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. What do we got for the Taurus collective as we move through this year, my friends? It's going quick, right? We're already past the halfway point. Let's get one. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Now, to me, this card is very dynamic. Okay, like it could be either extremely good or there could be some choppiness with a certain individual around you. Could be about aesthetics and confidence. That's the positive part about it. And you see, it's very interesting in its imagery. Now, before we start pulling that all apart, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So we see this lady in that big, blue, beautiful, puffy dress. She has the wig on. She is looking in a mirror in a room surrounded with mirrors. So obviously, the first thing I think of with this card is one's self-image, self-consciousness in one way or another. Maybe it's someone who is super self-confident in some way, similar to the Queen of Wands, like someone who's really feeling themselves. For a portion of you, there could be something connected to your current aesthetics, the way you look. You might be changing your look in some sort of way, whether it's your clothing, hair, what have you. But like I said, there's a different side to this card, aside from the beautiful self-confidence, which is a good thing. This card could represent a person in your mix that is a little overconfident, a little narcissistic, maybe certain people that feel like they could walk on water type of energy. So if you're dealing with any individual like that in this time, Spirit might be trying to warn you, like, hey, like, keep a little distance from that person. They're a little too much for whatever reason. But if this is talking about your self-confidence, hopefully it is you gaining confidence and feeling good about yourself. Nothing wrong about feeling good about yourself, as long as you're not affecting others in harmful ways. That's my opinion, at least. Let's get into tarot. I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get into the intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for you, Taurus. Let's see what we have for mid to late July. And while we do, I just want to let everyone know our community is about to reach a very big milestone. We're about to cross 100,000 of us here. And it's an exciting time. I want to thank you all very much. So just keep your eyes out in the coming days for a poll. I want to figure out a nice way to celebrate with everyone. All right, enough of all that. Back to the reading. So last week's reading, once again, very interesting, as most Taurus readings are. It was titled A Big Rejection. Didn't mean that you were going to get rejected in any way, shape, or form. The main vibe I was picking up, it could have been a behavior, like maybe someone's behavior or your own current behaviors or habits, just a rejection of something. Okay, now, of course, it could have gone with work things. It could have gone with interpersonal relationships and romance. But I was picking up the vibe of someone saying, you know what, not for me type of energy. So remember, those energies could still bleed over into the coming weeks. But let's see what we have for you this week. And yeah, as you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get 3 for Taurus, mid to late July, please. Thank you. I mean, we're starting good. Talk about confidence. This one kind of plays perfectly off the oracle card we have here. We got the 6 of Wands, one of my absolute favorite cards. It's an action card. It's movement. Beautiful energy here, my friends. Tons of confidence in the early part of this week's read. All right, here's the counterbalance. We have the 5 of Pentacles right after the 6 of Wands. How up and down can you get? These are complete opposite energies right here. So whether this is 2 people in completely different modes, or you might be very up and down for whatever reason, let's not get too invested just yet. There we go. We have another card of the self. We have the Page of Pentacles right here on the back end. One of my favorite cards. I love that Page of Pentacles. So I feel like we have an extremely interesting reading ahead of us this week, Taurus. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So as we look down in the box at first glance, I obviously noticed that 2 of the cards are pentacles. That's earth energy. That is something you are very comfortable with. When we see a lot of earth energy, there could be a lot of focus on work. There could be a lot of focus on money and the material. I do say this as well, like in 2 of the suits for me represent the outer world and physical things, and 2 represent the inner. We have Wands and Pentacles. Those are both my cards of the outer world in one way or another. So this is very interesting to me that your focus might not be super within, it might be without, or the people around you, the world around you. Like there's a big prominence here. Cards that represent you. So let's go through one by one. Let's start breaking it down and working through this story. Position number 1, we have the 6 of Wands. Like I said, beautiful. Lots of similarities to that very first oracle card we got. We see this individual, it looks like they're marching in a parade. They got the laurels, they're in a parade, they're being celebrated. So obviously when I see this card, I think of a victory, a win, someone being very triumphant. This is a card that once again represents self-confidence, feeling good about oneself, feeling motivated. This card could also represent gaining recognition. So a lot of you could gain some sort of recognition in this time, whether it's thanks, whether it's kudos, whether it's big, whether it's small. People might recognize you for the good things that you've done when this card shows up. But once again, just like every tarot card, there's positives, there's also challenges. The challenge with this card is, once again, ego. It might be an individual that is always walking around in this 6 of Wands mode. They always think they're the winner. They can't lose. They are the best of the best of the best, no matter what. Never wrong type of energy. So I'm not going to say that's definitely it, but I'm just trying to give you the full scope of what these cards could represent. Now, moving to the center, we have the complete opposite of that 6 of Wands. We have the 5 of Pentacles, a card that is somewhat synonymous with being a little down in the dumps. This could be a warning about monetary issues in this time. So make sure you're not bleeding money. Make sure you're saving it, stacking it, because this could be someone that's having money issues. The 5 of Pentacles could also represent lonesomeness, someone feeling like they're alone, or solitude. This could represent feelings of abandonment as well. So you see what I mean? Like we have someone who is like way, way high up, walking on cloud 9, then down in the dumps. So what I'm seeing here initially is like a very big back and forth, very steep, like hot, cold, back, forth, up, down. Like there's big swings here. It's volatile in the beginning portion of here. But once again, this could be separate things. It could be one thing. Just put this down right here. And obviously, I said this could be 2 different people, whereas one might be very happy, one might be very much down in the dumps. On the back end, we have the Page of Pentacles, a card that could represent you, my beautiful friends. If not you or another earth sign, this page could represent a younger individual or someone that at least acts younger. The Page of Pentacles is a student, it's a messenger. So for a lot of you, this could represent learning new things, going to school, doing research. This could represent a new job, a new chapter of some sort. But the big thing with the Page of Pentacles is the communication aspect. So it could be a talk of some sort, an important one, or a message. So we're just going to put this page here. I really want to dive deeper on all the stuff we got going on here, my Taurus friends. So let's do that. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're going to get a good shuffle here for my Taurus friends. Let's reset this deck and see what we got. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 6 of Wands. Could be very positive. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you have any messages you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 6 of Wands time. Thank you. I mean, Queen of Cups in the upright, this is beautiful. Okay, this could represent some really good connection with a water sign here. Very nurturing, very loving, very caring. And when I think of this, I think of someone's emotional state. And I remember I was saying this feels like someone who feels like they're on cloud 9, at the top, at the pinnacle. So this could be very good. I really want to see what comes up next. But when we get the Queen of Cups, if you're not connected to a water sign, this could just be representing your emotional state. Generally, she keeps things within. So Spirit could be telling you like, hey, if you do have any like big victories or wins, maybe don't shout it from the rooftops in this time. You might incur some people like a little jealous or whatnot. But the Queen of Cups to me is generally a very loving, creative, and emotionally connected type of card. Not a big speaker though, but that might change as we get to the back end of this spread. Always keep that in mind. But I feel for a lot of you, this is emotional fulfillment of some kind. So I just have to say, a lot of you could experience some sort of major victory or win, like a massive one, whether it is in the realm of work and money, whether it is personal relationships, which could be seen with the Queen of Cups. She's a romance type of card. We have possible various wins and victories for the Taurus collective, but I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because we got the Five of Pentacles coming up next. Let's keep pressing forward. Let's not get too hung up here. Let's see what's up with that Five of Pentacles. I really want to get over to that page, but I like it. We're starting good at the very least. Where's that Five of Pentacles here? Thank you. This to me is possible vibe of somebody being in, once again, the complete opposite. It also gives me the vibe of someone who gets in their own way, somebody that is their own worst enemy, someone who, I don't want to use the word sabotages themselves, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. Like someone who's a possible self-sabotager where like they can't just take the win, they can't just take the victory, they always have to do something to muddy up the waters. Not saying it's you, I'm not coming at anybody sideways, but with that Ten of Swords in reverse under this Five of Pentacles, if it's not that, if it's not somebody who's their own worst enemy, this could be somebody who still has not quite healed over something. So whereas we still do have reasons to be happy, tons of victories, this is somebody who's been through some sort of big pain, big Tower moment, big Ten of Swords moment, and it has not quite healed just yet. This person needs a little more time. Okay, now we all heal in different time frames, but that's just telling me here this person hasn't properly healed from this hurt, healed from this pain. The fact that the Ten of Swords is in reverse is good to me because it does say that this energy is going to start resolving itself, and it does say it could be something from the past, but it's lingering here. Okay, this person is still hurting about this. So talk about interesting, where we have super positive victory in the front end, and we still have this energy of either someone getting in their own way or this energy lingering around. Let's go in on that Page of Pentacles. We'll see what's up with that page. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting reading, to say the least. And once again, could just be two people in different modes, right? One person very happy at this time, another person really going through it. Let's see what's up with that Page of Pentacles, please. Okay. Yeah, this is an important talk for sure that needs to be had. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse here. And intuitively, that's just what it feels like to me. It feels like something that shouldn't be rushed. Now, a portion of you, maybe you're having a little back and forth or rough experiences with an air sign. I don't want to rely too much on elements because we have like a lot of court cards. We have a lot of elements out here. But you might be really affected by a lot of energies in this time, especially when we have multiple court cards showing up in a spread, different things affecting you, even if you don't realize it. But when I get the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse, it doesn't always speak about conflict to me. It says, we need to talk about this slow. This should not be something that's rushed. This is a talk of importance that we need to have, because when we get the Knight of Swords, it's rushing, it's moving, it's going into combat. It is not taking any prisoners. In reverse, it's like, all right, literally hold those horses, slow it down. Let's talk about this. Let's dot the I's, cross the T's, and have this talk, whatever it might be. Okay, so whether it is in regards to all the stuff happening here, a lot of you might have various important talks coming up in this time. Okay, I could see that. Maybe it's somebody who's in a lot of pain. Maybe they need someone to talk to. Maybe they need someone to vent to. Who knows if you're even willing to do that. But I do feel like there could be various ones. Good news, but also tough ones. Like there could be really good positive talks coming in for you or messages, but there could also be tough ones to deal with. Either way, they're all important and they shouldn't be rushed. That's the big vibe I'm picking up. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Like I said, multiple different things. We got wins, we got pain, we got various different talks. In position number one, though, we have the Six of Wands with the Queen of Cups in the upright. Beautiful energy to me, especially if you're connected to a water sign. This is emotional fulfillment. This is some sort of big, massive victory or win of some sort, and I really, really like it. It's good news coming in. But moving to the center, we have that complete opposite energy. We have the Five of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in reverse. To me, it felt like either someone who sabotages themselves or their own happiness. But aside from that, someone getting in their own way, this is a vibe of somebody who hasn't fully healed from something yet. So maybe this is even you, where good things are coming in, good things are happening, but there's something that's still lingering that needs to be resolved, and that's okay. We all heal in our own time. There's some pain there. On the back end, we have the Page of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords in reverse. To me, this feels like a talk that should not be rushed, or multiple talks that should not be rushed. A very important one where, hey, we're not going to battle. We're not going to conflict about this. Let's have a good, thorough one. That's the main vibe I'm picking up here. So Taurus, please take a screenshot of that. Interesting reading this week. I'm going to get you a shadow card now. Let's see what's in the shadows for you. I mean, the Earth sign readings have been super intriguing this week, that's for sure. So, I always like to end off every reading with this shadow card. I feel like it's a nice introspective piece to the reading. So let's see what we got for you. What's in the shadows for Taurus, please? Whether it's something within yourself or whether it's something you don't quite see just yet. You know how shadows roll. Okay, we have the King of Wands, big card of control, or what you are using your energy towards. When this shows up as a shadow card, maybe there is a father figure that you have a history with, or an older male figure, even a fire sign, doesn't matter male or female, with the King of Wands here in the shadows. Now, to me, a big thing with this card is one that is in control of where they're putting their energy. So Spirit could really be highlighting for a lot of Taurus people that you should not be wasting your energy on anything frivolous in this time. Make sure that you are putting your energy towards good, positive uses. Don't waste it. It's precious. Your time, your energy is very precious. So don't go just out there slinging it every which way. Make sure you're channeling your energy, your purposes to worthwhile endeavors. That's what this card tells me in the shadows. There may have been times in the past where you maybe gave your attention, maybe gave your energy out willy-nilly. Spirit's asking you to really focus up on something and really just put it towards priorities. Don't waste your energy. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.